When it comes to survival horror games, we often don't see characters with disabilities, or at least disabilities that affect how they are played in-game. This changes when it comes to the mind's eye Helena Adams from Identity V. Identity V is a multiplayer, asymmetrical horror game created by the company NetEase in 2018. The game can be played on mobile and PC, and is similar in gameplay style to games like Dead by Daylight. Set in the late 1800s, a mysterious manor lies, said to have once held a deadly game. In-game, you play as a detective investigating what happened in the manor several years ago. During this investigation, you discover several diaries around the manor. These diaries turn out to be written by the 29 playable survivors/participants in the game, each documenting their personal experiences while they were staying at the manor. While you read through these diaries, you get to play as that character in a first-person perspective, either on the hunter or the survivor side. But what did this game even entail? Why was it so dangerous? And why would a person agree to take part? Four survivors, aka the people attending the manor, are placed onto one of 10 maps. Their goal is to decode 5 cipher machines, open the exit gate, and escape, all being pursued by one of the 19 playable hunters with their own unique skills, pursuit, and playing style. Just as each hunter has their own unique abilities, so do the survivors, with interesting items and categories. There are rescuers, such as the coordinator with her flare gun to stun the hunter. Then there's kiters, like the prospector, who can attract and repel the hunter with magnets, all the way to support characters such as Doctor, who can heal herself and her teammates at an accelerated rate, and decoders like Prisoner, who can connect cipher machines and decode cipher machines faster than most. All unique characters with their own abilities and captivating stories, which players can learn about by reading their deductions. Through completing simple tasks related to each character, you can earn bits and pieces of information about what their life was like before they came to the manor. Putting this information together allows the player to learn and develop theories about what these texts can mean and what these characters' lives were like before they came to the manor, which is what we will be doing today. The mind's eye Helena Adams is one of the 5 decoder type characters and my personal favorite out of the whole cast. Her official character synopsis is the following. Although Helena lost her vision due to a disease, she can still perceive the outside world through hearing. In this game, she firmly grasps her cane, seeking her way to victory. We can gather from this that although Helena may be mostly blind, she is just as capable as her teammates. When playing as Helena, the player also has the same vision as her, putting them at a disadvantage. This is where her character abilities and traits come into play. Helena's main skill is titled Echo. Continuously detect nearby hunters' location while moving. Using this skill will allow players to know the hunter's location on the entire map. This skill is spread into 2 parts. The first one being a continuous one where Helena can see the hunter if they are close by. The other half being where when Helena strikes down her cane, she can detect the hunter's location no matter where, along with sharing the location of the hunter with her teammates. This skill has a 60-second cooldown. Her secondary skill is titled Mind's Eye. Blindness that sharpens the other senses of the mind's eye. When she decodes cipher machines, almost no calibrations are triggered. Her decoding speed is increased by 30%. This makes her the fastest decoder in the game. Although it's more of a debuff, Helena's final skill is called Fragile, physically weak. Obstacle vaulting speed is decreased by 30%. This is mainly to balance out her character, as many decoder types also have similar debuffs. Helena Adams' character design is quite simple, nothing too special about it. She has short red hair and a bright blue bucket hat relating to the fashion trends at the time. She also wears a trench coat, a long blue skirt, and a scarf, giving the idea that it was around autumn when Helena joined the manor. When it comes to Helena's other costumes players could wear during the game, we can learn more about her fashion sense through their descriptions. An example of this is her pinkish white skin, stating, "The pain of losing her sight makes it hard to perceive her appearance. Sometimes simple is best." This shows that Helena prefers to dress for comfort and simplicity over trends and statements. Her worn close skin describes what the game was like for Helena, stating, "All the clothes are super tattered. Was it really only a game they had been through?" Her limited S-tier skinned golden cake says, "No one is able to say no to this golden chocolate cake." This may be a reference to how others treated Helena. Her last skin that I find to be notable is Helena's patient skin, which states, "Disability and sickness is a trial rather than a disadvantage." This most likely is an inside view of how Helena viewed her own disability and coped with it. Now is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time to go through Helena's character deductions and piece together her backstory. Let's start from the beginning. Deduction 1. Family. My most precious treasure. Basic objective, encounter 1 teammate. Advanced objective, encounter 3 teammates. Conclusion. A photo of a middle-aged man wearing glasses is standing in front of a hospital bed, looking down at the girl lying in it. This is very likely a photo from when Helena lost her vision. She was in a hospital bed, meaning this was a serious illness. We can assume that Helena was young during this time, because the deduction used the word girl instead of women. Players are also not told what this illness was, but since Helena is based off famous historical figure Helen Keller, and the illnesses were described as a fever, plus the era that Identity V takes place in, we can infer that Helena most likely suffered from rubella, scarlet fever, meningitis, and something else I can't pronounce, but I'll put the name on the screen. Deduction 2. Father's gift. If possible, I would like to give her my eyes. Basic objective, use Echo to discover the hunter 1 time. Advanced objective, use Echo to discover the hunter 3 times. Conclusion. Bring this cane and listen intently to the sound it makes when you've hit it on the ground. We get a bit of more insight into Helena's father here. He wants to do whatever he can for his daughter. He was even willing to give up his own vision for her. Since that wouldn't be possible, he tries to help her in any other way he can. He does this by giving Helena her cane and teaching her how to perceive the outside world best she can, through sound. Deduction 3. Change. She's too young. She won't understand a change like this. Basic objective, palette stun the hunter 1 time. Advanced objective, palette stun the hunter 3 times. Conclusion. Father's Diary 1. Helena has become irritable, and has since begun to break her toys. The doctor said this was normal behavior, and that I should think of ways to settle her down. Perhaps giving her more toys will work. This is an interesting deduction because we get insight to Helena's personality and how her father handled this change. We learn that Helena has become more irritable and seems to have more of a short temper than before. Being young and going through such a traumatic event would definitely have a negative effect on anyone's personality. Her father gives her more toys after breaking them, reinforcing this negative behavior and probably causing it to worsen. Deduction 4. Private tutor. Special children require special care. Basic objective, reach 100% decoding process. Advanced objective, reach 300% decoding process. Conclusion. Every teacher is capable of leading a child in their classroom, but not every teacher manages to teach them anything useful. Here it seems like Helena's father is considering hiring a specialized tutor for her. Since this takes place in the 1800s, Helena most likely wouldn't have been accepted into a regular school. Her father wants Helena to get the best education she can under these circumstances. and he seems to end up going with this idea, hiring a young girl named Suvlan. This name we learn from Helena's birthday letter. Deduction 5. Talent. When God closes a door, another one opens. Basic and advanced objective. Reach 320% decoding process. Conclusion. Helena, I am amazed and proud of your comprehension and ability to learn. After Helena's dad hired a specialized tutor, it seems that Helena started to learn very quickly. It's unclear if this is her dad or Suvon speaking here, but either way, they seem very impressed at how Helena is adapting and improving to her to learning social skills and literary skills, setting her on a path to become successful in the future. It's also possible that Helena's attitude could have started to change, since she seems to be more invested in studying now. Deduction 6. Obedient child. Helena, control your actions. Basic objective, reach 50% co-op decoding process. Advanced objective, reach 100% co-op decoding process. Conclusion. A photo. A young female teacher is standing behind Helena with her hands on the girl's shoulders. This photo is most likely hinting at a change in attitude. What started off what seemed like a lighthearted, healthy, caring student relationship has seemed to got a lot more intense. This photo description gives it an intense vibe, making it seem like Suvon might be pushing Helena too hard in her studies. Deduction 7. Hope. Some people are unable to get up after a fall, and some garner strength from it. Basic objective, successfully heal 1 teammate. Advanced objective, successfully heal 3 teammates. Conclusion. Hiring a tutor is the right decision. I never thought a special child like her could get to this point. You are a little poet, my Helena. The future seems very bright for Helena here. She's gone from a stubborn, short-tempered kid to a remarkable, smart young girl. Her father is very happy with her development and her love for learning, especially in literature. Deduction 8. Uncontrollable. To become an unperceived hero, you have to take on many roles, which will only be performed once. Basic objective, escape the hunter's pursuit 1 time. Advanced objective, escape the hunter's pursuit 2 times. Conclusion. Father's diary. Helena has good ears. I don't understand why she would say that. There's a lot to unfold in this one. It seems very likely that Helena and Suvon started to get some media attention at this point. It was very uncommon for someone with Helena's condition to be able to learn how to read and write during this time period. People would want to learn more about Helena and how her tutor was able to get her to this level. They likely asked Helena questions, but Suvon told them that she had hearing issues. It's likely that Suvon didn't feel accomplished enough with Helena's work and wanted people to praise her even more. So she lied that Helena was both blind and hard of hearing to appear as if she was more of a miracle giver, and so she can go down in history for being the first person to ever teach a blind deaf child. Helena's father would be confused by this, but conflicted on what actions to take, as Suvon did an outstanding job at teaching Helena, and her father probably feels in debt to her. Deduction 9. Seize the moment. Weakness can also be turned into a weapon. Basic objective, escape via the dungeon. Advanced objective, escape via the dungeon. Conclusion. I will turn you into a miracle, Helena, a miracle that will never again be replicated. This deduction confirms my previous theory, as Suvon talks about turning Helena into a miracle. She wants Helena to become a hero who defied all odds, a hero she created. She turns Helena's suffering into something that could be used for her own personal gain. However, she did teach Helena very well and helped her discover her passion for literature. Suvon took it too far by deceiving others and making Helena live a lie for what she wants. Suvon did turn a weakness into a weapon. Deduction 10. Honest life. Everyone needs an opportunity such as this, even if it's only given once. Basic objective. Rescue 1 survivor from the rocket chair. Advanced objective. Rescue 3 survivors from a rocket chair. Conclusion. I want to choose my own will. although I have not yet made it clear what my intention is, but people always have to take this step, don't they? Helena is done living a lie. She wants to be independent and carve a future for herself without Siobhan or anyone's help. She sees the manor as a way to escape her hometown and start a new life, with the offer to pay Helena's college tuition, which we learn about from Helena's limited birthday letter to her father. Helena can get everything she wants. Was it really worth going to the manor's game, though? I guess that's left up to your own interpretation. The Mind's Eye is a story of a young girl who had her weaknesses exploited and used against her by someone she trusted. Her story is one about taking back power and overcoming all odds, no matter how difficult. Helena Adams is one of my favorite characters of all times. I find her and her story extremely interesting and had so much fun analyzing her deductions and info dumping about her character. Her character is unique and has many interesting aspects. I hope you enjoyed learning about Helena's character with me. Until next time.
Thank you so much for watching, if you made it this far. Sorry for the long explanation at the beginning. I actually submitted this for an assignment for school. Obviously, my teacher doesn't play IDV, even though that'd be kind of cool. So I have to explain how the game worked to him. But yeah. Sorry if this video kind of sucked your analysis. It's my first time ever making analysis or a YouTube video, so I hope that you at least enjoyed it. And I want to do more analysis. This is because I find them really fun. I want to do one on Galatea because her deductions just came out. Vera would also be really fun to do, and just a few other characters. So if you like this one and want more analysis, just let me know. By the way, this video was heavily inspired by Fern Feather. They also make really cool analysis videos, so you should definitely check them out because this is definitely heavily inspired by them. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I can come out with more stuff later. I have a few ideas for content I want to make. I want to keep making analysis. I want to make Kenny playlists because those are fun, and just more things and just have fun. So, thank you. Bye.